Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Friday, August 4th. You guys know what that means. Same day expirations. Make sure you guys practice caution, use a stop loss, and remember to cut your losses quickly. Overall, we're going to start off strong. Looking at the earnings stocks, basically Amazon reported yesterday. You guys can see the beat over like $20 in growth from yesterday's close. So you guys can see we're at 142. RSI is a little bit more on the overbought side on the 4 hour. If we jump over towards the 20-day 1 hour, you guys can see we're overbought over here as well too. We have quite a bit of support on the way down, but I think on the break of 138, this trend will basically diminish and we'll start to pull back down. So on the break of 138, we can start going to 135. But what if you're bullish on Amazon at this point, right? It's going to be a high risk long position. You could get in on the break of 143, and then we can start pushing up 145, maybe even 146. We're close to the 1 year highs. If you guys look at the 1 year, remember the 1 year does not update pre-market. So 146 is the 1 year high. Can we reach it? It's perfectly possible. So let's jump over towards the next stock. Make sure you guys keep an eye on Amazon today and set your alerts to see if we break above or below those trade lines. Next one we're going to jump into is Apple. We're going to have a short watch list today. Remember, today is Friday. Apple basically had an earnings miss, but revenue was pretty good. I think nobody's really buying iPhones, but overall, looking at what the charts are telling us, the RSI is oversold. If we start to get above 189 or 190, we can start pushing up towards 193. Overall, it is trading below those trade lines, which is meaning that it's on an overall downward trend. RSI is very oversold right now, but it just had earnings. It can continue to sell off in the blue. So make sure you guys understand that. If we break and hold below 185, right, we get a break and hold below 185, we could basically get one of these. We break, we start to reject that 185, then we can start coming back down. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. If we break 185, we can start going at 181, which is the next major support to the downside. If we jump over towards the 20-day, 20 days oversold as well. Do understand that if you do go for a short position, although it just had earnings and it's still in the blue, remember, if the RSI is in the blue, it can continue until it comes out of that blue, right? So make sure you guys keep that in mind. We could continue to sell off, but it is a high risk short position just because we are oversold over here. So if you do want to go long above 190, then we can start going to 194. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Tesla is basically struggling on the 20-day. We have basically the 20-day SMA acting as resistance. You can see we double bottom at 250. We started to uptrend and we're holding above the 20-day trade line. 20-day MACD crossed over. If we do violate the 20-day trade line to the downside, that's a confirmation for a downtrend. Not only that it rejected the 20-day SMA, it rejected the 1 year trade line over here. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. If we do start to break below 259, then we could possibly start going lower towards 255. Last but not least, we're going to SPY. Closing it off strong with SPY. SPY may be weighing down today just because the Apple's earnings miss. So let's see what overall happened. You guys can see SPY has actually been trapped in another range, right? That seems to be the name of the game, right? Which range are we in? So watch for the break of, we have 450 over here, and we have the low of 447, and we've been kind of bouncing around since the beginning of this month over here. So let's see what overall happens. MACD's trying to cross down on the 20-day. You guys can see we're getting a little bit bearish. If we want to get bullish, you want to watch for 450, then we could start going to 451 and possibly higher. Remember, the 1 year trade line is at 452 over here. Let's jump over toward the 180-day. SPY actually has some support to the downside, so maybe that's why we're not sinking like an overall rock. But I'm watching for the break of 447 that we could start possibly going lower towards 443, right? We are basically crossed down on the 180-day as well too, and as well as the 1 year, right? So SPY overall, big picture, she's looking bearish, right? She's below the 1 year trade line. Remember, when we're above it, we're bullish. Right now, we're trading below it. We're forming candles below it. So that is giving us signs of bearishness. So the overall market may be pulling back. Remember, we've been overextended for quite a bit. You guys can see the RSI has been overbought for quite a bit, and we were continuing to run up, right? But now she's finally paying attention to what's going on. RSI is basically coming back down. It may reset down towards these 30 levels, which is oversold. That's where you guys want to enter for your long positions. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. Overall, MACD's crossed down, and we are on the bearish side of the chart, trading below that trade line. So overall, watch for the break of 447, 446, and then we can start going to 443 to the downside. Overall, you can capture a scalp if it gives it to you, 448 down towards this 447. But overall, I think a lot of traders are waiting for that 446 break. That's going to be it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this watch list. Like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.